2, 1.
Here we are.
Welcome, everybody, to the 4 Life Podcast Experience.
Let's do this.
The Experience. Oh my God, you shaved.
Yes, I know.
I just noticed.
That was the. That's what I quickly just before we started.
Okay.
That was the first topic. Yeah.
I did not notice that until now. Wait, is that really the...
Well,
Did you
no,
actually write?
I wrote Raz, which basically means.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going to be our first topic.
Razz me about having shaved my beard. Yeah. So.
Was it
I don't
because
know
of the
if
show?
anyone
Is that
noticed
why you
last year,
shaved?
But was it because of what?
The show, is that why you shaved?
Yeah. So I'm in a musical at the moment where I have to play a high school student. And
There's no facial hair in high school.
yeah, certainly not what I was bloody rocking the
Right, now that's good.
sort of Sasquatch look.
It looks
yeah,
good.
So totally shaved. So you might have seen it in the last episode if you watched the last episode. If you're at home.
When did you shave? Was it today or yesterday?
I did it. What is it? Wednesday. I did it yesterday. I think yesterday or Monday.
Right, okay.
One or the other.
I've got 3 razors at home and they all are kind of broken, so it's just difficult to trim my beard.
Yeah, I just wasn't even trimming. I was just letting it go wild.
Yeah.
Part of it, to be completely honest, part of it was because I was trying to play chicken with my director because she had told
Chicken?
So she had told other cast members to shave their beard, but she hadn't said anything
To
me.
what extent? What extent was the beard though? Was it?
Oh, okay, I get it.
No. I'm saying their beard. Like what?
Yeah,
what was their beard?
They had more substantial
Right.
beards than I, but I'll admit that.
This is how I went.
But basically, yeah. So she had told other people to shave, and she hadn't told me, and I was kind of like.
You're like, where's my... I've got a beard.
Yeah, I was
Tell
like,
me to fucking shave.
Me to fucking shave, and she wasn't, and in the end, she never did. So I was kind of like, the main reason I did it was because I wanted to make sure like my makeup and stuff that I was doing, I could do it without the beard. But I was like, damn, I can't believe she won that fucking.
So is that it for? Was it 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
3. So I'm doing.
So you got no beard for 3 weeks. You have to keep it trimmed.
Keep shaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it'll look even weirder if it's like just stubble, So I'll
Right.
stay totally clean shaved for the next 3 weeks.
Well, if you do want a proper beard, I know it's an old wives' tale, but I don't think it's necessary an old wives' tale because I've got proof of it actually working with myself. If you do keep shaving, it helps to grow back, stronger.
It's funny because I was looking in the mirror today and like there's stubble that I can sort of, if you look really close, you can see.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
I've noticed that it's grown more evenly now than it was the last time, So I do think there is truth to that.
Some say it's an old wives' tale. I think that's not true. I think it actually does work.
True. I don't know. I don't have any scientific explanation as to why it would work, but I believe it. I think it probably would work. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it looked that bad. You and Mitch love razzing me and whatever, but
it's not just a ruse. I know someone at Mitch's Beer Olympics said to you it looked bad, and I said to Mitchell, I said to him, it's unnecessary the guy said that, but to give him a little bit of credit, it didn't look great. And I think especially that day when we were all in the garden and the sun was hitting, and I get it as well when the sun hits my face when I haven't trimmed my beard, it just looks bad. When the sun is in your face, it really shows everything, I think. And
yeah, and look, I will be the first to admit it wasn't a great beard look. And
man, how long you grown that shit out for? Like 2 months?
Yeah, that was yeah.
Because I haven't even grown mine out that long.
That was since probably sometime in December. Because I think I shaved it after November. I shaved it at the beginning of December because of no shave November. I went clean.
Oh yeah.
So I think that was.
Christ, that's the last time you shaved.
December until like last week.
Christ.
So.
Jesus, not even a trim.
It's not great.
Fuck.
I kind of would like to have a beard, like kind of like what you have, like just low key, nothing too bushy, nothing too crazy, but something a little bit subtle.
Ladies, subtle?
Well, yeah, because you don't have like a fat fucking bush, like.
Yeah, I could if I wanted to, but I get called homeless.
Sure,
No, trust me. Then anyone calls me homeless and I get offended, just like you. I look homeless when I grow mine out.
Yeah.
I've grown mine out quite long.
Yours doesn't grow out like a fucking Lego brick. You know what I mean? It grows patchy, like mine does.
Patchy the pirate.
But yours grows.
Well, I assume when.
Each grows to that point evenly.
I assume when I get older, it'll change, just like hair does.
Well, that's the thing. I think mine's starting to do that very slowly. So maybe, I don't know. I'll see how I go this year.
Normally it's like genetics. Like if your parent, or not parents, if your father can do it, normally you can.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to...
Same with like hair loss. If he has his hair still, you should as well.
I'll have to play around.
But some say that's an old wives' tale too.
Yeah,
Man, the world is crazy.
You never know with facial hair. It's all a bloody mystery to me.
We must stash you a question, but we'll shave it for later.
Just... Because have you noticed, by the way, the desk is in fairly decent shape at the moment.
I feel like for the audience, they can never see that.
Yeah, well, they can't see because of the angle of the camera, but if you look there, I don't know if you can really... Again, I angle the camera so you can't really see it. It's more for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like nice and convenient to have
Right.
a bit of space. Like, I can have a laptop. You never bring your laptop, but if you ever want to...
I used to back in the day.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that a throwback?
Well, that's because I used to have to plug my mic into my laptop, didn't I, and export the audio to you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Now we got this
And now I don't have to do that, so...
This is how I win.
Yeah, so that's why I used to bring mine in, and occasionally I would look up something on Google.
Yeah, that's right.
I can use my phone.
You got your phone as well.
Yeah.
I need to charge my phone while we shoot. That's another nice thing. We got the wireless charger there.
While Stan shoots the shit.
I've added a few things, very, very small things. I'm not sure if this will come in on the camera, but there is a new Stephen King pop vinyl. I'll pick it up so you can see it if you're watching the video.
I didn't know that.
Stephen King pop vinyl. Yeah, it was a Christmas present from Mary, actually.
Is that the It balloon?
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
It's like a limited edition. It's pretty cool.
And you moved it out of its box. You're killing me, Dan.
What have I done?
And you got the little Deadle as well, which I thought was cute.
Yeah, the Deadle's there. That's
I like this
a
Deadle.
Corona. And then I also, this is something you can't see, and we'll see if you can solve this, but this was I don't know if I said this on the show, but for Christmas, the people I was with didn't do Christmas crackers. They did like little gift bags.
I asked me what the miniatures from.
And then, so I got the miniature alcohol. But one of them that they put in everyone was like this little freaking, like, puzzle.
Aren't they old wives' tales and they're legit?
Oh, they're horrible. Like, there were a couple different ones. This is not the one I got. I beat the one I got. This was one my cousin gave me. And what really annoyed me, I solved it. Or a few weeks later I solved it. And then today I was looking at the two pieces and I was like, I wonder how they go back together. And I put it back on. And now I can't get it off again. So
Wait, can't you just put it through the little thing that opens the same way you put it on?
Yes, but I couldn't remember how I did that. You got to get it really specific in a spot, and I just can't.
That's some classic Christmas shit.
Figure it.
Like my.
Is that it? See, the other thing is, like, I don't know if I'm forcing it right now. I'm kind of forcing it a bit. Oh god, now.
It's like, did you force it before, or did it just kind of come out?
I kind of did a bit of both. I forced it a little bit, but I think I had it in the right position because it did come
That's
out.
such a Christmas shit. Dad used to buy some every year.
They're so
it was
annoying.
like so difficult to figure out.
I hate these damn things. They're entertaining, but I hate them. See, I don't know if that's the right... That can't be. Maybe you gotta angle it? I don't know. Push it. No.
Yeah, I don't think you have to force it that much.
I know. I can't...
That's what's the issue
so
is.
we got a couple of new set pieces. And that was the little preamble, the little... what would you call that? The pre-proper show banter.
The prologue.
You always wonder if it's worth it, but I say it's what you get. When you
I
watch
never
the show.
say, is it worth it? I always say we should do more of this shit.
I do, but
you always. That's
I worry
That is
about- I
completely
worry
the
about the
opposite
show.
way around. I never say that. I say we need more of that, and you always say we shouldn't. And I think when we go off script, it's really funny, and I think everyone would agree with me.
okay,
I'm just saying.
I'll admit, and I'll agree with the banter.
I get we're gonna try and engage the audience, but that riff-raff where we just randomly, it just shows how we can handle the show without any script.
For sure, I agree. With that being said,
Everyone type Conor is right in the comments.
it's true. With that being said, you've been welcome to the new 2021 podcast for a laugh set. Excuse me. There are some changes that we're going to be making to the show. Small changes that we're going to be making to the show that we'll talk about a little bit.
Big changes. Big, huge.
Massive. You guys are going to just absolutely be...
Holy shit, I'm gonna come!
And you've met the new me with the beard and the, in the show. But
No beard in me.
I've seen a lot of changes, and one of which is something that, bear with us, because I know you're probably fucking inundated with seeing it in the news. But old mate Trump is heading off. He's going.
Yes.
He's saying
Yes.
farewell. He's saying
Well, he doesn't
goodbye.
want to say farewell, but
No, he really doesn't.
no, he doesn't.
That is what's funny, is he's quite against the idea.
Well, no, he did his thing today, and he kind of just said like,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, he seemed to be okay about it. He was just kind of just like, oh, didn't he say something like, oh, we wish them the best, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're supposed to say. Really.
That's what I
They
was
probably-
thinking, though.
yeah,
Do you reckon
they
he
were
was like gritting his teeth, like,
Yeah,
I wish them the best?
I hope you have a successful 4 years that you stole from me.
And it will only be 4 years because I will be back. Literally.
Yeah, he might. That's the thing as well. So it's a very interesting. So what's happening is tomorrow he's going to be, he's going to leave. He's actually going to leave before Biden gets there. Normally the president stays and like introduces them to the White House and shit, but Trump's
That's not
like,
happen.
I'm leaving. So he's going down to.
Do you think he'll get escorted out or he'll actually leave?
No, so I heard part of the reason he's leaving is because apparently the previous president only gets access to Air Force One until like the minute the new president is inaugurated.
So he wants to catch Air Force One.
Yeah, so he's getting Air Force One
For the last time.
because if he left after Biden got inaugurated, he would have to like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could still get a private jet, but Air Force One is free,
God's sake.
So-
To be fair, it's a pretty sweet ride.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart plan. I mean, I get
It's
it.
a pretty sweet ride to have, You having a good time? Just saying, that'd be pretty sick.
No,
to just
yeah.
like catch it everywhere.
Air Force One is
It's like so it looks like slick.
It's.
Imagine giving that puppy up after 4 years.
I reckon.
Is it the same plane?
Trump's flying it too.
Have it ever changed?
No, I think it is. Well, I mean, I think they update the model, but like when a president's Air Force One is the same plane for like the 4 years, I think.
So it's the same plane.
Yeah, pretty much.
So everyone, like Obama, would fly in that exact plane.
Yes, I think every couple of years, probably every decade or so, they upgrade the model.
But that's like saying, like, the whole if a broom stick breaks and you replace the stick, is it the same broom?
Yeah, I see.
Or if you remove the
That's a good question.
bit of the broom but the stick still lasts and you change
I mean,
the...
it's a bit like
The head breaks, it's
a
like
bit
the same broom.
It's a bit like a regeneration in Doctor Who, like
Right.
in a TV show where they recast a character. Like all the other stuff, like all the journalists that fly on the planes, all that sort of stuff usually stays the same. And I don't think the plane actually changes that much. It's just the person flying in it, obviously, is a different president. But, so he's flying it to his own property. He's flying it to Mar-a-Lago, his Trump Hotel, I think it is, or like a golf club or something. And I reckon he should just, plane lands, he just clamps the plane.
What do you mean?
You know how you like clamp a car when it's parked in like a...
Do you reckon he could?
I don't know, I just saying, you give it a try, or just pop the tyres so it can't leave. Oh no!
Jeez.
We can't give Air Force One back. Sorry.
Do you reckon he will do some weird shit like that?
I don't know. I mean, there was questions as to whether he would like start a war on his way out, like with China or Iran or someone, just be like, "Fuck you," send in a nuke, and then let.
Well, there's
Biden
still time, I
do it,
guess.
I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he has done that, and I doubt he will. But I mean, I think he's more of a shit talker than he is a doer. I think he would say, "Oh, I hate this guy. I'm gonna do this." I don't even think that it's not that he wants to do it. I think he just doesn't want to put up with all the shit. Because, like, if you want to start a war with a country, you have to tell all the generals, you have to fight with them, and they're going to say, no, we should try this instead, we should do this. Like, it's such an effort. I think Trump's just too lazy. I don't even think he has any, like, does he want to, does he not want to?
Do you reckon he's still really salty, though? Do you reckon he's hell salty?
I think so. I think that the vibe I get is that... actually, no. Here's a big reason that they say he's salty. He has a lot of debt as a private citizen that when you're president, you're not necessarily... You don't have to pay, like, when you're president. And, well, even if you do have to pay it, a president can't be arrested. Like, a president can't be legally in trouble unless the Senate impeaches him, which obviously they tried to do. But the Senate has to impeach it, like most of the Senate has to do it. So if he had stayed president for 4 more years, he wouldn't have to pay any debts to like his businesses or banks or like loans and shit like that. So apparently he's got like hundreds of millions of loans from banks and shit that he has to pay back in the next few years. And so now that he's a private citizen, or he's going to be, he's going to have to pay that back.
Do you get paid to be president though?
So you get $400,000 a year, and then I think
Is that it?
And then well, look, you get $400,000 a year, and then you get $200,000 pension for the rest of your life after you're president. You do get an office that the government pays for after you leave, so you don't have to pay for office space. You get an office, you get staff, and you get a Secret Service detail for the rest of your life. And a lot of presidents fucking write like $1 million books.
Yeah, they're books and they sell that.
They sell massive. And like Bill Clinton went to do like speeches and shit to banks and all this stuff. So like they get paid massive. They get literally. I think Bill was doing. It was either Bill or Hillary, but same idea.
I think he played his saxophone for a few dollars.
Yeah, exactly. He just has to rock up, play the sax. He doesn't have to play. He just has to pick it up, and they can get photos of him holding a sax. And that's.
Do you know though? I was
He gets paid like $500,000 per event, like or speech.
Fuck's sake.
Insane.
I was reading. I'm still going through Howard Stern's book.
Yeah.
And he like randomly throughout the book has like it's only like 2 pages long each segment, but there's like 8 different segments where it's like a message from our president, and it just has like a short segment of when Trump would come on the show, because he would go on Howard Stern's show heaps, and Stern would always say how much fucking crazy guest he was. Yeah. But literally the headline of the start of every single one of those segments says like at the top of the page it always says like now a message from our president. And I was thinking yesterday when I was reading it, that's the last time we can actually read that and go, holy shit, he is the president.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when I read it tomorrow or something,
it'll be past news, yeah.
That won't be president anymore.
Oh, news. Yeah, I mean, one thing that's was really interesting, and this is obviously like, you know, just a sidebar, but Howard Stern, when Trump was running the first time in 2016, he got asked by Hillary and that to give over the tapes of Trump on the show, because I think some of them they aired, but obviously they aired on radio, so either no one recorded them or whatever, they just aired, and Howard and his crew still had the recordings, but they weren't necessarily in public hands, and Hillary's team asked Howard, like, can you give us all of Trump's appearances? And he said no.
I respect that. Well, to be fair though, I really respect that. Well, yeah,
it wasn't
private, public, yeah.
It was, when I said, and this is where I agree, and this is where, like, I'm in a theatre show at the moment, and when you put on a theatre show, you're actually not allowed to record it if it's someone else's copyright. So, like, Kath recently did Peter Pan, which is out of copyright, which is why she was allowed to write her own version, and she was allowed to film it because it was out of copyright, blah, blah, blah. The show we're doing at the moment is Heather's, and it is currently in copyright, which means that when we perform it, we can't put it on. But, in my opinion, that's part of the beauty of theatre, is that you watch it and you're only ever going to see that version of that show with those actors and that director and that sound design and stuff for that particular moment in time, and then it'll never happen again.
Yeah.
It'll never happen in that exact way again. And I think that, you know, radio is a little bit different, but in a way, it's similar. It's similar to that, where it's like, it happens, you enjoy it in that moment, and then it's gone. Not everything has to be stuck in an archive in a library forever. You know,
he also though
can just be momentary, and I respect the Howard.
Well, no, Trump asked Howard to endorse him and to come on the show, and I respect that Howard said no, because there's people like Fallon who had Trump on, when he was like running, and like had him on as a guest, and was like laughing with him. Yet the second he gets in the house, he's one of the first people to jump on the, you know, we hate Orange Man bad. Fucking, like, he posted a video today, which I've never wouldn't watch because I hate him, but, you know, I sent you, it's like Jimmy doing a bloody set about how much Trump sucks. And it's like, hang on a minute, when he was running, he was like your best mate, trying to have him on to get views, and now it's like, oh, he sucks.
You know what's particularly bad about when, like, Jimmy and even someone like James Corden, or I mean, Jimmy Kimmel not so much, but Jimmy Fallon and James Corden, like, it particularly annoys me when they do political comedy. Because first of all, it's like, it's not very funny. Like, it's so cringe.
That's the first thing, yeah.
And look, by the way, I don't necessarily, like, I'm a big late night guy. I watch all the late nights, so I can tell you anything about everyone. But in my opinion, Colbert doesn't do like the best. He hasn't done good late night material without an audience. He's much better when he has an audience, and his comedy is very boomer focused. In my opinion. But at least when Colbert is doing a set about Trump, and Seth is one of my favorites of the late nights along with Conan. When Colbert does jokes about Trump, at least you can tell that like he is engaged, he knows what he's talking about, he cares, you know. But like Fallon and Jimmy Fallon and James Corden, they are not into politics. Like they don't really care about it. They're just telling the jokes because it's trendy.
Yeah, literally.
And so it's like, as much as I also don't necessarily think
Orange Man bad.
Like it at least I can respect that he's doing it, you know, genuinely. But it's like when Jimmy Fallon does a fucking whole thing about Trump, it's like, really, dude?
Well, literally, you had him on.
Clearly,
like...
just trying to be. That's the thing. He obviously doesn't care.
Yeah.
He had him on, and he was just happy to have a fun, playful interview. Like he doesn't give a fuck, you know. So
yeah, that's why I, to this day, always will respect Howard Stern as an interviewer, as a person, just his morals. It's just really interesting.
Actually asked Hillary to come on his show, and she said no. And that was, you know...
She has gone on, though.
She went on afterwards. So she went on after she had lost and after it was all blown over.
Yeah.
But Howard famously said during the election, he was like, Hillary, come on the show. We have a lot of listeners who...
No.
Like, yeah, no, but literally, like, Howard... I mean, look, I don't know if this is true or not, but he seemed to think that, you know, if she had come on the show, she might have reached a certain amount of people that had... You know, there were a lot of people who voted for Obama and then Trump, sort of thing. He was thinking, you know... Some of those people probably listen to my show, and maybe if she came on, they might be persuaded, you know? And I don't think that's a particularly incorrect assumption to make. So it's yeah, I mean, politicians are fucking so dumb and cringy, and as a celebrity, as a critic, you should criticize them. Don't get drawn into the cringe. You know what I mean? Like, let the politicians be cringy. Don't embarrass yourself by trying to be, you know...
Oh, God.
And that's, so... I don't have anything to show in terms of celebrities talking about Trump, but we were going to talk about how, you know, tomorrow is going to be the most insufferable day. So we're filming this on...
20th.
Well, the 20th of January here in Australia, which means that tomorrow for America is going to be the 20th of January, which is when Biden gets sworn in. And everybody is just anticipating that the Twitter timeline is going to be absolutely cringe because all these celebrities, all these people are going to be like, Donald J. Trump is no longer the president of the United States. And it'll have like 100,000 likes. And it'll be like,
you did it.
You know, like it'll be the most basic tweet.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, and it'll be a massive...
Fuck Donald Trump.
Viral. But in memory of Trump leaving...
Memory?
I've got a couple of things here. Yeah, this is what we're about to do. I've got here some of the best Trump tweets of the past couple of years.
Surely Confetti's in there.
So that was the first one. So the first one that came up is this one.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get...
Yes.
Confetti. Despite... So this one, okay.
I disagree, Gary.
This one was quite iconic. Trump tweeted out, despite the negative press Confetti.
This is classic.
So
this is a classic.
One of the best, because in my opinion, I just wonder,
Confetti.
like, did he... was he typing and then he like sneezed and then pressed send?
No, well, you told me that he has people write his tweets and deliberately make typos to make him seem more human.
He does, but the thing is that... So you can surmise that he was probably going to say, despite the negative press coverage, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably going to write coverage, but then it's Confetti.
Maybe he nodded. Maybe
and then the tweet just ends.
Maybe Melania was like sucking him off or something.
Yeah. He was
I disagree, Gary.
Just shot send and then...
Whoa!
It's insane. I don't know. Maybe that's the most accurate, because then maybe he went to sleep and forgot to...
What,
like,
after a post-nut sleep?
That's right.
I don't think that's the reason, but...
That one was just the most, like, inexplainable.
I wish it was that, but it's not.
Some of the ones where he talks about the haters and losers are the best. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. Lowest rated Oscars in history. Problem is, we don't have stars anymore, except your president. And then in brackets, just kidding, of course.
Yeah.
It's like such a weird comment to make. Deals are my art form. Other people paint beautifully or write poetry. I like making deals, preferably big deals. That's how I get my kicks.
Ugh.
Oh, and then this one is actually pretty iconic. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. That's just funny. Like, that's just a funny thing to tweet.
This man was present, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, talk to me, baby.
Had a thing about Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. He was like involved. So he said, "Robert, I'm getting a lot of heat for saying you should dump Kristen, but I'm right. If you saw the Miss Universe girls, you would reconsider."
That's what he was talking about in the Stern interview that I read. It's ridiculous. He was saying shit like, he was saying like, oh, she put on this many kilos, but I made her lose it. And she's nearly back to how she was. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so he was the CEO, I think, of the
Right.
Universe pageant.
He was like making her lose like so many pounds. I was like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
So this one was a Jon Stewart beef that he had. He said, amazing how the haters and losers keep tweeting the name Fuckface Von Clownstick like they are so original and like no one else is doing it. So this one was Jon Stewart at the time was on the Daily Show and he called Trump Fuckface Von Clownstick. And I don't know if he said to people to go tweet at him, but basically they did, and it ended up with that. I read through this article before. There were a couple more that were pretty good. There was one about... Oh, here we go. So this one was about Kate Middleton when she went to France and she was sunbathing with her top off and a photographer took her photo and Trump tweeted out, who wouldn't take Kate's picture and make lots of money if she does the nude sunbathing thing? Come on, Kate.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Jesus Christ.
He's just... Oh, and then this one. Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't voluntarily leaving The Apprentice. He was fired by his bad...
This is fantastic.
Grade. Not by me. Sad end to
Yeah,
a great show.
that is what... I remember screenshotting that and saying that to you. I was like, that is hilarious.
So, that is hilarious. And it's a really interesting one because... like,
Pathetic.
Because what's so interesting is now Schwarzenegger is like so... Oh, I hate Trump. He's the worst, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, come on, dude. Like, you were... fucking eager to take his spot on The Apprentice the moment it was available.
To be fair, I did watch one episode of the Apprentice when Schwarzenegger was on, and it was really fucking bad.
I'm sure it was.
And I watched the whole season of the Trump one back when I was in like year 7 or some shit, and it was pretty fucking fun.
You can hate Trump as much as you like.
It was pretty funny.
He is a fucking entertainer, and he is
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. That's the intro. Literally, that was the intro to The Apprentice that he did. It was so fucking good. It was really fun.
So here's a couple that are pretty good. Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Don't threaten people, Joe. So this one was a really weird moment where Joe Biden was like, if I knew Trump, I would take him behind the gym or something. Like, he was basically saying he would beat him up. It was a really weird comment for Joe to make.
Right.
And Trump replied, this was one of the best because this is
one of my favorite ones.
So this is the
best
tweet, and
oh my God.
What's even more funny is it's a tweet that actually could have sent America to
This was such a great tweet.
So funny. Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him
short and fat? I love that.
Oh well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that'll happen.
It's ridiculous.
That is so funny.
You having a good time?
Oh, this one's great too. Every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born fucked up. Dude, he is just... He shoots from the hip, man. He makes them...
It's ridiculous.
That's pretty much as far as I...
Yeah.
Before the show. There was one tweet that was hilarious about... I sent it to you today. So maybe I can find it in the messages. But it was about Elizabeth Warren when she was running for president.
Right.
And she did an advert with her husband where basically... How do I make this full screen? Basically, she...
There's something in the...
I know, I'm trying to make sure.
Yeah.
I should be cropped out.
Not that Dan and I said anything weird. I'm just saying, I don't know if...
Yeah, we always.
You want to see a Pokemon selfie in there?
So Trump tweeted about. So Elizabeth Warren did an advert. So I'll preface it first. So she did an advert with her husband when she was running for president, and it was actually really cringy. She was like, she started recording in the kitchen on her iPhone, and then she was like, "Hey, honey, can you get me a beer?" And it was like really staged and really cringe. And Trump actually had a funny take on it. He was like, "Best line in the Elizabeth Warren beer catastrophe is to her husband, 'Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here.' It's their house. He's supposed to be there."
Okay, that is good. That's good. Orange man wins. That was good.
This is how I win.
Bruh.
We appreciate everything you did for meme culture.
Bless him.
But yeah, that's basically the best tweets. And then just, before we move on from this topic, best moments. So these are some photos.
Oh, the top Trumps.
I'll show that one in a second.
This is such a good photo.
But this one is hilarious.
That was so good. That was so
That
good.
was so weird. This was like early on. Okay, so this is a photoshopped version, but
But no, it's a real photo.
But this is a real photo where he went to Saudi Arabia and he fucking put his hand on this weird ass orb. It was so strange. And then so this one, I don't know if you ever saw this. This was a video of Halloween. Him and Melania were giving out candy to
Right.
trick-or-treaters at the White House. And this particular one, it's just such a shame it's not a video, but this particular one, this kid walks up in a Minions costume, and I don't know if the kid has a bucket or not.
Does he just put it on his
but
head?
he puts it on his head.
Yeah.
And then the kid just turns around and he's like, "What's going on?" It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh, this was great. This was when Trump looked at the solar eclipse. Remember that?
Right.
Oh, that was hilarious. Then there was the truck moment. Trump loves his truck, baby. And then there was this one as well,
Iconic.
which is just, fucking trick-or-treat stuff. But unequivocally, like, in my opinion... Oh, this is also one where he took a photo of him eating a taco on Cinco de Mayo. In my opinion, the best photo and moment of the entire Trump presidency, this is just my opinion, is...
Oh, this is classic. Yeah, this is beautiful. The
that
Burger
is
King.
That is iconic.
Yeah, this is
that will
perfect.
go down in history. So I'm referring to the time where I think it was a football team.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more funny. There was an athletic team came to the White House for like a dinner. And the White House pays chefs fucking top quality.
And they just get fucking
They
Burger
get
King.
top quality, amazing chefs. And when you come to the White House,
I wonder
you
who
expect
got this all, though.
gourmet fucking meal.
No,
And
Burger King.
serves them up an entire table of fast food, burgers and like fries, and I think there is salad. I think
That's salad,
I believe
yeah.
that there is salad. So
But it's like overshadowed by a load of burgers.
yeah, it's hilarious. It's just so funny, and and that is just unequivocally one of the best things a president has ever done. Like genuine.
Yeah.
That's not even ironic. That is just the funniest thing ever. And you made a point. You were like, who?
Yeah. So who is like? Didn't you tell me there's a Burger King in the White House?
No, I don't think there is.
Surely.
I don't know who told you that.
Okay, someone. Yeah, I did. I always thought you said that. I don't know. I think there must be. How else the
Maybe,
fuck would it
I don't
all
know,
get?
maybe.
How else would it get there? Legit. Come on. How else
Maybe,
did
I
all
wonder
that
if-
food get
I wonder
there?
if the White House chef got the recipe for like a Whopper and Big Macs
Impossible.
and like made them and they got shipped. You know what I mean? I wonder if it was like, because I don't know. Like, was there a? Because I don't know if it would be the Secret Service. Maybe it's just a White House intern who drove their fucking like.
That's so much
Hyundai.
food.
They
Look
had
how
to
many.
drive their like Hyundai Gets through a fucking
One-
drive-through. Can I get
But
50 Big Macs?
that's more than 50. Literally, I think in one pile it's about 50.
And then they have to do 2 trips. They have to fill their boot.
Dude, there must be
Everything's
like
ridiculous.
300 burgers there, maybe more.
It's insane. It is truly insane. You can't make it up. You really can't.
Jesus.
But
Yeah.
that is iconic. So rest in peace to a king. We'll see. I'm sure he will.
I will remember you.
So
Will you remember me?
on his last day of office, he did a bunch of pardons because a president can
Yes.
pardon criminals. So there was a big chatter about the Tiger King was wanting a pardon, and he apparently they had discussions with the White House. You know the guy Joe Exotic.
Yeah, I know he's someone, of course.
He got arrested for trying to kill Carol Baskin.
Oh, did he get?
And,
Did he get arrested for doing that? I never watched that shit
Yeah,
show.
that's why he's in jail. So he's in jail, and
I don't know. He tried to kill her.
well, he I think he
But
tried
didn't
to
she
hire-
didn't she kill someone though?
He, well, yeah, she allegedly killed her husband, as they say.
Shouldn't she be
Well,
in
her
jail?
husband died in mysterious circumstances. Nothing's proven. It's just speculation.
Right, innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. Yeah, we have to say allegedly. You know, our lawyers tell us. But,
True.
Basically, he was apparently in discussions with the White House. That's what his lawyers say. No one knows. Trump pardoned a bunch of people today. Ty King didn't get pardoned, which I think is good because.
Triggers in his jail,
He
like,
doesn't-
dang it!
Yeah. Oh man.
Did you see that hell weird like special episode of Tiger King they did after it was like popping off on Netflix and it was like filmed on like Zoom or something,
John McHale, yeah.
and his fucking jail cell?
You know what was
So
interesting? Oh wait, with the Ty King himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They did like a
No.
special episode. I didn't watch it,
Oh,
but it was
because
like
I know they did one with all the all the people who were involved.
maybe I'm just
But
tripping,
Tiger King
but
wasn't actually in it. But that one was interesting because they actually sent them all iPhones and AirPods and got them to film themselves on the iPhone with the AirPods in and like do a Zoom and actually of all the quarantine stuff, it was probably one of the highest quality produced.
blah.
Anyway, that's the side. So he didn't pardon Ty King. He did pardon Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Did you hear about this?
I did.
He gave Lil Wayne a pardon. Lil Wayne, I think, was arrested for possessing a gun.
Yeah, but Lil Wayne supported him so much, so wouldn't be surprised.
Well, that's right. And then
Little pimp,
Lil Pump.
little pimp.
Yeah, he couldn't get the name right.
Yeah, he called him Little Pimp. And then he changed his name to Little Pimp for a while.
God damn. Well, you got to take the rebrand if the president's endorsing it.
True.
He didn't pardon Edward Snowden, which is someone I wanted him to pardon. He's
Snowden.
the guy who released the fact that America were. Excuse me, my beer had a bit of a froth.
Are you wearing skins?
No, these are my underwear.
They come out of your shorts.
I know. I'll show you.
They come out of your shorts, so
No,
when you
it's because my
Wait.
shorts are a bit short, and also my
your
underwear-
short shorts.
My new underwear.
Damn, wear short shorts.
It's very high quality underwear, and so it stays.
So you don't chafe.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't chafe, and it doesn't ride up my ass crack.
You're like my two biggest problems.
Exactly.
Solved.
My two biggest problems with my old underwear.
Oh,
But
that's Tinder,
Edward Snowden was
sorry.
the guy who revealed the fact that America was spying on their citizens. Do you remember that?
Yeah, so the one who
he-
didn't pardon him.
Yeah, he didn't get pardoned, which is a shame. But anyway, so that's that. That's the end of Trump.
Didn't
It's a big
Jason
one.
Gordon-Levitt play Snowden in the movie
Yes, he did. I think it was called Citizen 4.
from the
Oh,
film
no, Citizen-
Snowden?
Sorry, yes. The film was called Snowden. Citizen 4 was the documentary, which in my opinion was a lot better. But
Yeah, that wasn't great.
yeah. No, the documentary was good, but you know, biographical film is always hit and miss. So that's it. Trump's done, and we, just as America tomorrow, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about something else.
Tomorrow is another day.
So what I wanted to talk about, and we don't have to talk about this for too long, but I just wanted to talk about this.
I swear we always say that.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what there is a lot to say about this, but basically, I want to talk about this Mr. Beast thing that happened about a month ago, but there's a reason I want to talk about it, and it's basically...
Mr. Beast Burger!
Yes, it's
It's the Travis Scott burger all over again.
So, this blew my mind. Basically, Mr. Beast, who, if you don't know, is this massive, what would you call him? I wouldn't call him a prank YouTuber, but he's like a... He's kind of a
I don't
blogger.
know.
He
Do
basically
you know what?
just
I've
goes
never
around
really
giving
watched his
people money.
videos.
He goes around and gives people
That,
money.
yeah, do like that.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to keep that shirt as a memorabilia, I wouldn't do it either.
I know,
What the hell? We've got
that's
literally
just
two
nice.
cats right in front of you.
Oh, alright. I'll screw my head on.
I'm just saying,
Fine.
that looks like memorabilia
agree,
where you
I
can't
agree.
get
It
another
is.
one.
Alright. It's fine. I won't do it again.
Good lad.
I'll keep this shirt.
Just for your sake.
No, I appreciate that. No, anyway, so Mr. Beast just out of nowhere decided to open
Mr. Beast hamburger.
300 restaurants
Mm.
around the country. But, I don't know. So it says here, world's first free restaurant. Mr. Beast's latest eye-catching stunt has segued into a promising new business venture, the delivery-only fast food brand Mr. Beast Burger, which is currently operating 300 locations across the country. Excuse me. The concept was born from Mr. Beast's latest YouTube video. I opened a restaurant that pays you to eat at it, which is interesting. And obviously...
Dan, I don't think the thing's on the screen.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Whatever. Open a pop-up top fast food shop staffed by his friends and video collaborators. In addition to burgers, the guys handed out stacks of cash and other prizes through a drive-thru, including Apple products. But you've got to be able to... Hold on. So here's his website. So surely you have to pay to get them. They can't all be free. I think that must have been on the first
Bro,
day.
did you not see? It says you eat for free.
I guess you must. No, I think that must have been on the first day.
Damn, if she's there, I'll go.
That's advertising, baby.
God damn.
I
The
guess
Mr.
it's
Beast
free.
burger gets you some fucking pussy.
Name for...
What's this bullshit? Mario Lopez?
Yeah,
Opened?
it's wild. No, it's
What?
crazy. It was huge. Tiger, Mario Lopez, DJ Pauly D.
Who?
Donaldson created Mr. Beast alongside virtual dining concepts. The startup that furnishes turnkey delivery-only restaurant concepts for celebrities like
Oh, okay.
Tiger, Mario Lopez, DJ Pauly D.
Who the hell is that?
Interesting. Okay, so it's sort of... Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I hadn't really looked into it much, but... Oh, wow, okay. So let's say if I click don't allow, where can I find a restaurant?
See if there's one in Perth.
Let's say California.
In Cali. There'll be one in Cali,
Yeah,
surely.
there'll be a bunch in Cali. So let's say we go to...
Bruh.
It's not within a delivery zone. What the hell?
Try
Say New York.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah, why not? Mexicans need to eat burgers too, Dan.
You want to know if Saul can get one?
Yeah, I do, quite
New
frankly.
Mexico. Mike's going to be eating the Beast Burger.
What? Hang on.
What's going on? Maybe they're closed. Maybe they... I don't know.
Pennsylvania. Everyone eats burgers in Pennsylvania.
Sure,
I
try
don't.
Pennsylvania. Those vampires don't eat
Oh, yeah, sorry.
nothing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because... I think it's because we're in the wrong...
Do you think Mr. Beast has too much money?
But, frankly, I mean, look, that's a proper restaurant. Like, that's no joke. And apparently, I heard some people saying it was pretty okay. It was a
So,
pretty interesting
speaking of burgers, Dan, can I say something?
taste. Yes, you can.
I had a burger today. It's been
Disgrace.
27 days since I've had fast food. And I broke it today.
Wow.
Let's just talk about the Mr. Beast burger before I quickly say,
That's
yeah,
long, though, isn't it?
I haven't, maybe my math is off, but I haven't had any McDonald's since Christmas Eve.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
So, yeah. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about burgers. Just thought and you know what? I had it today and I feel pretty gross right now. I didn't even like it that much.
Hey, man. I get you. Don't worry.
It was expensive. I didn't like it that much. And looking at those burgers now, I'm feeling a bit gross.
Look, I am also trying to
Yeah.
cut out my fast food. I obviously I'm a bit of a
You were doing really
so
well.
to speak. No, and look, and that was a challenge, and as in we set a challenge. We were like, no fast food for a month, and we did it, and it was great. And I think I'm gonna reinstate that. I've actually been trying to do that this week. It's been working pretty well. It's like getting back to home cooking shit and actually getting
Taking you back to a time where Dan didn't eat fast food and you were doing really well.
And you know what? It's gonna happen again. And one thing I will confess, I haven't been running so much lately. And the reason for that is because, I don't know if I've talked about this on the show, but I have this foot problem, which basically is really bad pain in my feet. And during the day, it's not so bad, but the reason is because, like, during the day, your brain is, thinking about shit and you're sort of distracted. But it's really bad in the morning and in the evening. And that's literally what I would run. I would normally run in the morning. And if I didn't run in the morning, sometimes I go home and run in the evening.
Right.
But my feet are just so sore. It's called plantar fasciitis. It's a fucking... Just... Your feet hurt so much. Like, literally, some mornings I wake up and I'm trying to walk. And I'm literally,
Shit.
barely able to walk. Like, it's really bad. It sucks.
Shit.
And the doc said I can get an injection to fix it. But the problem is, if I get the injection, I have to take 2 days, sitting down. You know what I mean? I can probably walk around the house. But he basically said you're going to have 2 days in bed, basically.
Right.
Because I have the show on at the moment, I can't do that.
You simply can't,
I
yeah.
simply can't. So I have to wait until the show's finished to be able to do it.
So surely you're on stage with like my fucking foot kills.
I am. It's fucking sore.
Sam, I am, yeah.
It's not so bad, but especially in the last half of the show, we start doing some for dancing, we start doing some stomping shit. And oh my god, I'm like, in the moment it's not so bad, but I walk off stage and I'm like, my feet are so sore. I mean, look, when you're performing in front of an audience, when you're performing on stage, your adrenaline sort of makes you forget about the pain. But the last couple rehearsals, when I've gotten home and when I'm going to bed, it is unbearable. It's so sore. So I'm going to either get some injections. My girlfriend talked to a coworker today at her job that said she had the same thing and she got something else done which fixed it. So I might try that as well. But I just want it to be fixed because I want fucking lose weight. Like I want to get back to my running.
Well, now while you can't do your running, you should
better.
you should just try and eat better.
That's what I'm thinking, and I think in a way, I know it's a bit gross. In a way, I'm like that can be the best way to force me to be on a better diet because if in the back of my head I'm like shit, if I eat, it'll be even worse because I don't have the excuse that I'm doing exercise. You know, I'm not burning off these calories.
Well, I went from the biggest thing I had to cut out. The biggest thing was I would like have a Red Bull every day, and I'm not talking about one of the small Red Bulls. I'm talking about one of the big fuckers.
Yeah.
So I would have one every day, and I already have a heart condition, so
That's probably part of the reason why.
probably, yeah. But so now I'm gonna have one on the weekday, which can be Monday to Friday. I can choose whenever I want it. I had one yesterday because I was feeling a bit tired. So I can't have one until the weekend. But I do eventually just want to go down to one.
Yeah.
But right now I'm feeling pretty good about that because I used to have like one a day. So I'm feeling a lot better about that.
It's progress. And I used to be really bad at like just on the way home I'd pop through and get like I'd be like, oh, but it's just a small thing, you know, whatever. But then I would feel fucking gross and I'd feel full.
Yeah, I feel fucking gross.
It's the
That's because my body hasn't been used to it because I haven't been eating that stuff.
It sucks.
The only reason I did it, by the way,
Yeah.
because I came home, I hadn't eaten anything all day and it was like 3 o'clock and I was going to have some of the dinner from last night and I came back and it was all gone and there was nothing else there and I knew I had to get ready for the show and I was like, the quickest thing I could do is just to get some fast food. And, you know, when I was eating, I was like, this is kind of shit. But I was like, don't rip into yourself because you haven't had any for fucking 27 days.
I know.
So I didn't get mad at myself.
Yeah.
The only thing is now I just feel gross. Like even when I finished it, I was like, ugh, that wasn't even that nice.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like especially, you know, one thing I realized today I actually had the day off work because yesterday one of my guys cancelled and they kept offering me shifts, but I slept in this morning, so I missed like calls. I did sleep in on purpose, so I wanted to take the day off, and I was kind of like, the thing is, if they give me another shift, I do get paid for it, but if they don't, then even though I don't get paid, I was kind of I'd rather take the day off than have to cover someone else that I don't know, and then it's like I got to work with a new person. Anyway, but my point is, I had the day off today, and I was pretty okay with my eating, and I didn't even have that much like. I didn't even have a craving to be like, oh, I could go get food or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason when I'm out and about that I do that I go get this fast food is because, and I've come to realize this, like, part of it is that with work, I feel, at the moment with my work, I'm feeling very unstimulated in terms of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I feel bored, and I think eating is just something to do.
Yeah,
you know?
literally.
It's something like, it gives me it gives my taste buds a reaction, it gives my brain a reaction.
It's almost like the version of a smoker's break in a way.
Yes, literally. Yeah. I genuinely think it is similar to that because I'm getting so bored and it's like, I'm not even eating really because I'm hungry. I'm eating because it's like, I need to do something and eating is like...
Well, I know you got to a spot like this because I got to a spot last year where I was eating badly every day and I would eat like shit every day and every day when I ate, I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I fucking hate doing this.
That's the worst, is that, yeah.
But I just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
That was the worst part. And that's when you know it's a bit of an addiction. Not even a bit, it is an addiction when you don't want to do it, you hate doing it, but you just can't stop.
No, I agree.
So at least you've been doing good this year. Again, that was my first fast food this year. And again, I hadn't had any since Christmas Eve. And quite frankly, I didn't really want any. And like, it probably is like so fucking quick and easy.
It is.
It's,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a tough thing, but I think it's one of those things where I think it's good, obviously, that we know, even when we're doing it, that it's not something we want to do. I think that's a good start. Obviously, it's not progress, but it's like, at least it is something that can encourage us to get into the right mindset. And I think that we both have enough of a understanding of like, what we want out of long-term change to go, okay, we need to make this fucking change. Because if we don't...
Yeah, the fattiest thing in my life right now is just beer.
Yeah, and...
I'm just drinking a lot of water. When I need a caffeine hit, I drink coffee now instead of a Red Bull, apart from the occasional time I do have it in the week. When it does come to lunch, or like... I've cut out a lot of sugar, a lot of fats. And I'm starting to feel a bit better. But also your body goes through this horrible thing where like your body's going, what the fuck? Why aren't you giving me this? And then you feel like crap, even if you've eaten healthy.
Yeah.
You're like, well, why am I even bothering when I'm eating healthy and you still feel like crap?
Yeah, my hope is that I can fill some kind of a hole with like creative outlet, like I can, if I'm feeling bored, I can say, okay, well, if you're really bored, then write something, write a creative project that you want to do, or make a plan for the next podcast, or do, or write up the next social media post for the podcast, or whatever it is, that's something that
you should try walking as well. You don't even have to necessarily run all the time. Even if you take a walk.
I'm talking about when I'm working, like when I'm with.
Right, but you should try that. I know if you've already ran for the day and you've got a spare half an hour or something, it's insanely therapeutic just to walk around. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I try and go for a walk every night, listen to music, and it's great.
When we've been doing the show for like 5 months now.
Yeah.
So since we started the show,
it's been a long time.
At the time.
Yeah.
But before the show we were doing that.
And do it. It's nice. It's good. It's healthy for you.
I genuinely think when I get this, I hate this fucking foot thing because it's like I want to do my running. It's just so unbearable to do. And with everything going on, I can't take that extra pain. So I'm kind of like, if I can get to a place where I'm running at the rate I was, which is like every day, a good amount of kilometers, and I'm eating at the pace that I've like eaten the last few days, then I really think I can get to a healthy spot. I can get to a good figure or a good enough figure.
Yeah.
And I can feel good about myself in a health sense. But it's just, and the other thing is that to be completely candid, like I don't have a lot of I don't know what the exact right word would be, either self-esteem or self-worth at the moment, where it's like I don't look at myself and think, or I guess I see photos and I'm kind of like, that sucks. I'm like,
right.
And it's not that I'm that insecure about my body. Like I am okay to look, like look funny, because I know that it's kind of funny to have a bit of flab. Like I am okay to laugh at myself, but the part that annoys me is that I know I could look better and I want to look better, and the fact that I'm not living that version of myself, that is what makes me feel disappointed and makes me feel sad, because it's like I know I could be better, and it's like, why am I not doing that? And I think that it's very possible. It's something I've done before, and that's the other thing. I see photos of myself before,
and it's entirely possible.
It is entirely possible.
Like fucking Joe would say.
I mean. Yeah, he's a meme, but he's right.
And it's entirely possible. I want to get to in this year and just look good. I want to feel good in my clothes. I don't feel very good in my clothes at the moment. I want to just feel good.
When clothes start to fucking like, you have to get new clothes, or you just feel like you don't have any clothes that look good. It sucks. Because all the clothes that fit you are like kind of the clothes you didn't think you'd wear because they're big. And then now you have to wear them because they fucking fit.
Yeah, I just want to look good in clothes, and feel can go to the beach and take my shirt off again.
I know, man. I get it.
Or even just go in the pool, like, I don't know.
It is what it is, and like you said,
I can walk around the shirt so I can walk around the house shirtless, but that's about it. And I even feel bad doing that.
No, look, like you said, and like Joe says, it's
entirely possible.
It's something we can do,
and it's entirely possible.
I think we will. I think that we're both pretty good at least having an idea of goals and trying to keep that in mind. Obviously, the execution has a shady track record, so to speak. But part of the reason, so if we're gonna sort of either wrap this up or get some sort of conclusion, part of the reason I brought this up, the whole Mr. Beast thing, and I was also going to bring up some song that went to the charts on TikTok And that was going to make more sense if I went into it, but we don't really have much time. But basically, part of the reason I brought up this Mr. Beast thing, with the fast food and the TikTok and all that
Why
stuff.
are you doing that?
I'll explain after the show.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
because I just want to say, like, that is where we need to be. We need to be getting viral and getting popular. And, like, when is that coming to us? And also, like, does that mean we need to branch out onto... I mean, I know that we're planning on getting more socially active.
Bruh.
Twitter, Instagram.
Well, I said to you the other day when we were like having beers on Saturday that I just think a huge goal for us is to eventually branch off and take the audience of, like, say, the show or our main channels and just start doing our own thing with it as well as doing this. Obviously,
Yeah,
like
no, I agree.
I said to you the other day, we could even start doing like mini tours of like. You could even start in like WA first.
Yeah.
And do a few places in WA and then do the whole of Australia. Like, you could do like a little mini comedy tour. I would love to spin tunes.
Yeah.
And just maybe charge like $25, $30 a ticket and just be like, look, I'm just testing this out and I just want to try and have a good time and just see if I'm good at it. Just want to have fun. Come and boogie. You can say come and laugh. And that's I want to get to a place in my career with this where I can just be like, I want to just play music. Let's get a crowd, have some fucking fun together, all get wasted,
Totally.
and just play. And I think that's the beauty of getting a crowd and growing is that we can do that separate thing as well as doing this. You know.
So that's my question as well. So how does that happen? What's the next step? Where do we go from here? Like, because I've actually been meaning to bring this up. I am starting not next week, but the week after. I'm going to be working 4 days instead of 5 days.
Yeah.
Which I think I've been talking about on the show for quite a while now. And the intention of that is that on that day off, I can do some work on the podcast. I can make a video. I can do work around the house. I can, clean up my studio. Obviously, the more that I do that, the less I have to do of it. Because once I get these cupboards sorted, I like to do it once. You know what I mean? But the idea is that gets me more creative stuff. That gives me more time. What's your plan?
Well, I do want to get the socials going again
For the show?
for the show.
Uh-huh.
I want to start this third show where I do one-on-one interviews with people. Just reading that fucking Stern book just makes me want to really get into that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Really want to get into that. I want to do just do stuff like that. Just like yeah.
That's also because we've talked about wanting to get more guests this year.
Yeah, as well as this show, obviously. Yeah.
And I think that would be a great place for both of us to start because I also want to do that sort of thing. But I think a great place for both of us to start is interview people where we can jump off each other.
I just want to go on one. I'm the only person who's never gone on one. You've gone on one. I've never gone on a podcast. I've been doing it for 5 years and no one has me on.
You have to talk to Joe and.
Yeah, when the hell are they having us on? What's going on?
Are you going to make any more videos? Are you doing
Yeah,
that still?
yeah. I mean, I've just at the moment.
That's not that's not.
There's a Kid Quill quote, and he says it's not even him. He says it, but he puts it in his song. I don't even know who says it, but at the end of Wait Here, it says, "The things I'm working on don't need an audience," and that's kind of how I feel at the moment.
Respect.
Because some of the things I'm working on right now don't need an audience. Plus, it'd be really boring.
No, well, like.
So yeah, but of
For
course they'll
example,
come back. Of course they'll come back.
Today, like I said, today I had the day off, and a lot of the stuff I did was I sorted like my clothes cupboard, and I like.
You can make a little clip out of that. You going, I'm doing this, and you can do a montage of you moving boxes, but you can't make a whole fucking thing out of it.
Well, that's the thing. That could be a part of a video, but that can't be a video. But like the point of me doing that is not necessarily anything directly to do with my content. But the point of me doing that is to make my fucking life breezier and easier. And it means that I'm less stressed in my daily life because it's one less thing that I look at and go, oh, I need to get to.
Well, my room has been completely redone. Like my Polaroids aren't up at the moment.
Oh yeah, I haven't even seen that.
I took like 400 Polaroids off the walls. My whole room's getting redone. So.
That's the thing. It's those sorts of things that.
Well, yeah.
Maybe they could make content, maybe they couldn't.
I maybe should have recorded that, but...
No, but again,
Still.
the point of doing it is for you. The point of doing it is so you can have a creative space and, and in your case, obviously a living space that is that works for you, that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel inspired, and that makes you feel like you can get shit done. And that's what I'm trying to do here, and that's also, like I said, why like these drawers next to me, I want to fucking clear them out so I can just, when I need to get my hard drives out to come and edit or come, back something up or whatever, I can do that. One of the great things about having this laptop, and part of the reason I got the specific configuration I did was I got it with a bunch of storage. And so now, my old laptop had barely any storage on the hard drive. This one has a terabyte. And so when I want to edit this show after we film it, I can put the raw files straight on the laptop. And I don't need to take a hard drive. I don't need to do anything. I can just do it right off there. And I know that's such a small, tiny thing, but it just makes it so much easier to be able to deal with and to edit and everything. And so stuff like that, like small stuff like that, are steps towards an environment that is creatively what I think we need it to be.
Yeah. Many things I want to grow. Like me and Aiden's show has been doing really good, and I'm really proud of that. Want to do that. Yeah, doing that and making the vlogs when it feels necessary. Really.
Yeah, and that's a guest we do want to have on as well.
Yeah, get Aiden on again. I love to play music whenever I can. Love to do it more. Unfortunately, that's a thing where it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, it's really great. Yeah. And yeah.
No, I agree.
Even in my personal life, I'm just changing stuff, like just trying to be better, I guess.
No, good.
Or just enjoy life,
And look, I mean, that's the other thing is that as much as we want to make content and all that stuff, I feel like we're still getting fulfilled in other aspects of our lives, and that's good.
Yeah,
For example, I'm in the show at the moment, which unfortunately means that for the next few weeks we can't hang out as much as we normally do. But I'll be getting the sort of kickback, like the reward of being able to perform to a crowd, which I love and I love doing. And then once that's done, I'll have a lot of free time, but I'll also be thinking, well, I just got to do something awesome. Now I want to continue to do something that is passionate to me. And so hopefully that, makes me want to do more stuff. And it's just, it's all those things where it's like, yeah, I think we're going to keep looking forward. And the hope is that this year is better. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it will be. It's already gotten off to a good start.
I think so. And I think that...
it's been a lot rockier normally.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like steady...
Even though we're only 20 days in, I think it's been going pretty good.
I think even for me, like, for me it's been steady. It's been like slow, steady, slightly better. Like I said, the 4-day thing is...
Hey man, slow and steady wins the race, man.
Yeah.
You got to keep your head up. You got to keep looking.
Yeah.
Keep improving.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. All right, man. Should we finish up?
Sure. Did you want to talk about one thing?
You can if you want.
I just thought it'd be quite...
Yeah, go.
I mean, you like to keep the audience entertained.
Go ahead. Take the floor, Maestro.
No, I'm just saying, like...
I can introduce it if you want.
If we're talking about being a bit of a better person here, I just said to myself that I'm going to start dating a bit more and just talking to women more and getting out my comfort zone a little bit. You've seen me been going up to girls at bars and asking their numbers and stuff. You've been seeing me doing that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes really well, sometimes it doesn't. But, on, I think it was Sunday night, I put on an episode of Always Sunny, which is about 22 minutes long. And the entire episode, I didn't even look at my phone. I was just doing this, like, on Tinder. So I've heard it's a really good way to get matches. And fucking, by golly, is it? Because I've never done that before. Because normally I'm quite picky. So normally what happens is you just get a match. And if you like the look of them, that sounds really bad. If you like the look of them, if you don't, you can unmatch with them.
Yeah.
But if you like the look of them, then fine. But I got talking to this girl on Bumble like 2 weeks ago. And I don't know, it's like something happened with Bumble, but she just stopped replying to me. And I was like, cool, happens all the time. I was like, didn't think much of it. And then did that swipe attack.
Yeah.
And I matched with her on Tinder. And I was like, oh shit, it's her. So I messaged her and I was like, look at it. It's the girl who stopped talking to me on Bumble. And she's like, I'm so sorry, it fucked up and all that. I was like, that's cool. And to be fair, I went on Bumble to see if her account was still there, and it wasn't. I mean, she could be lying, I don't know. But I've not been one to have women over like so quickly. But to be fair to her, she's leaving to go away like 22 hours away from Perth.
Jeez.
And she's going to live up there. So,
wow. You took your opportunity.
Well, that was pretty much her bio, to be honest. Was like, I'm leaving. So, and I was like, okay.
love it.
And I didn't think it was going to happen, so I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell a single person. I told my mum on the day she was coming over. I said, I'm having a girl over. Just to let you know. My parents are really cool. They're like, no worries. And I was like, don't worry. You won't see her. I'll make it my mission that you guys don't cross paths. But what was so scary about it is that normally when I'm with girls, it's because I've been at the pub or I've been clubbing or I'm heading home and someone says come over or I go to theirs. Like it's normally a very drunk experience.
Yes.
I hadn't been with a girl like sober for like ages.
Quite a while, yeah.
So it was really fucking terrifying.
Interesting.
It was like 2 hours before she came over. I was like, bruh.
Sense. And especially when you haven't met them.
I know it sounds really bad to say not sober, but
No, well,
but you know what I mean.
I mean, how do you get into a position where you
Yeah,
take
exactly.
It's like usually alcohol.
Literally, exactly. So yeah, especially since you haven't met them, and I've been trying to do things now without the help of a bit of booze. Like I went to a party sober, and then started drinking there. But I arrived sober, and I've been going to the pub mostly sober, and then having a beer there, and then I did this completely sober, and it was terrifying. I had to do so many things to calm my nerves. I mean, I tidied my entire room. I had to put something on the TV just to stop my nerves. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least.
No, I love it.
It was very interesting.
That's great.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Did it make you feel? Was it a confidence boost? Was there?
Nah, it never is. I mean, I've never been the kind of guy like that, but
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
Now you've done that. Now you've had it.
I guess.
Was that your first blind Tinder?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. I mean,
well, there you go. I mean, that's an experience.
You don't know what to expect. Yeah.
What did
it
you
was.
learn?
Well, it's so weird because when she came in, I was literally like, so how do you normally do this? Like, do we talk a bit first? And she's like, no one's ever asked me. And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
So was it her first time as well?
Nah.
In that scenario?
No.
Okay.
No. But she was like, no one normally asks that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. They're like, everyone else just does it.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And there wasn't much conversation then, like, obviously it was over and, but we sat and spoke for like an hour afterwards.
Wow.
Just sat on my bed, just talking about shit.
That's nice.
And it was like, and before she left, I was like, just while she was leaving, I was like, just to ask, because I'm curious, like, am I a lot more emotional than you thought I was going to be? And she was like, yes. And I was like, yeah, probably.
What do you mean by emotional? Like,
Just talking about my feelings, I guess.
Right.
I was talking about everything.
Do you think that put her off, or do you think?
No, I mean she stayed for an hour.
Yeah.
She stayed afterwards, so.
I mean, I think it's different enough probably from what they normally get, and
yeah.
It's probably interesting enough to stay.
Well,
Whether
yeah.
she likes it or not, it's at least interesting.
I mean, I'm talking to someone else now who I might be seeing soon, and again, I'm just trying to. The whole like sleeping around thing wasn't necessarily my plan. It was more to go out on dates with people, and I still want to do that. I just think with Mitchell doing 5 for this year, I've got a lot more time on my hands. I'll see you once a weekend, twice if I'm lucky. I'm gonna have time on my hands, and I do have other friends, obviously, but I also want to incorporate just dating and enjoying the single life. Even though I don't enjoy a lot of it, to be honest with you. But
I think that's a great thing to want to do, and I think that's a good. I think it'll be good for you personally.
Thank you. I just think my parents are a bit worried that I was just going to sit around and wait for Mitchell to come back. And I love Mitchell, but it's just not going to be the case because I need to get a life of my own as well. Because my whole life doesn't revolve around Mitch coming home. So, that's that. I hope it wasn't too coarse.
It was actually very respectful.
I hope no one got offended. But I like to say, like with the show, we have 2 different perspectives because you've been in a long-term relationship. I'm single, and I think people like to hear both, stories. And being single, you do, have fucking sex with people. It happens.
Yeah, totally.
Like you do have sex with people. And I think if we're going to be a realistic podcast, we should just be open and honest about that. And not look at it as a taboo like a lot of people do. I'm sure a lot of people didn't want to hear that, but
no,
I just think it's an open story.
It's a normal thing that happens.
As long as you're safe, which I was, and as long as it's consented, then it's fine. There's nothing illegal about having a shag if it's fucking legal. Like if it's consented and you use Johnny.
Why'd you tell the story? I think that's an interesting story.
Thank. I was contemplating not telling it, but then you said when we were coming up, do you want to talk about it? And I was a bit like, but.
I think it's.
I always find talking about it. I just don't want the women to be upset about it. And
no, I think you have a. Well, you've been doing this for a while, and I think you understand. We've come to understand a respectful way of talking about people on the show, I think.
Yes, it took some time, but we got there in the end.
It took a bit of trial and error, but I think we're there now.
Alright, so we're going to the Winchester.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, so we're going to the Winchester now. Going to the pub over there. We won't,
I thought I'd give Dan a little bit. Do you appreciate that, by the way? I said we should probably go to the Winchester so that Dan can get back easier.
Yeah, I got to get back early tonight because I got my show. So this is a Westerberg.
Up the dogs!
Literally, it's the...
Is that what they say?
They say, like, go the Rottweilers is what they say. It's like
not fake American accents.
Oh, yeah.
Well, me and Mitch are going on Saturday?
Yeah.
Is it this Saturday?
I think it's this Saturday. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I think it's this Saturday.
Yeah, so...
so I'll be going.
This is the fictional school that we're at.
There will be many Guinnesses in my belly.
Yeah, no, it'll be... I'm curious to see what you think. It'll be interesting to see how you enjoy it.
Well, it's been interesting to see what the fuck you've been doing for the last 5 months.
Oh, God, I know. But yeah, because tomorrow's the opening night, I gotta, can't go too hectic tonight, unfortunately. But
Fair enough.
as soon as the show's over, we'll have a cracker of a fucking Wednesday, I'll tell you that much.
Mitch will be leaving pretty soon after that.
I know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll book whatever, because I know you said you prefer Thursdays.
I love the Thursdays, but now I've gotten so used to the Wednesdays.
I know, that's what I'm kind of like. I'm like, what to do?
The only thing I liked about the Thursday beers was because we could wake up and it was the Friday, and then normally 80% of the time, 75% of the time, we would go to the pub on Friday.
Yes, I agree. It's an interesting, yeah.
But on Wednesday, you wake up on the Thursday hungover, and you're like, 2 days of work still.
I know.
Blah.
Well, let's discuss it, and whatever day it is, I will book off the midweek Wednesday or Thursday, like the day after. I'll book off the Thursday or the Friday after the show, and we'll get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, we got to. I was thinking before Mitchell goes, we should.
Return to the Wednesday.
Before Mitch goes, we've got to go to the casino and look and dress up.
Yeah, baby.
And I thought maybe we could film our podcast episode that night when we all look dapper.
Oh hell yeah, that's fantastic.
I want to get a red velvet suit.
Let's do it.
Just the jacket.
Jeez, that's slick.
Yeah, I reckon I could pull it off.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a bit out there. Dude, my dad just rips into my fashion. I wear not knee-high socks.
You don't look like a fucking...
ankle-high socks. But he always makes fun of me.
The Queen's Guards or whatever?
The Queen's Gambit.
No, they stand outside Buckingham Palace?
Yeah, they got the Marge Simpson hair.
Yeah.
I wear these socks, which are pretty high, but if I wear shorts, it's more noticeable. And my dad, he's like, what the fuck are they? They suck. I'm like, bro, come on, they look sick. He's like, I just don't understand fashion. He didn't like my pink Good Week jumper either, which I think looks so fucking cool.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought he would.
Would have worn it today, but it's way too hot.
It is really hot, yeah.
So...
I'm sweating a bit, so if you notice.
But my dad, he accuses it, he rips into everyone else's fashion, yet he fucking dresses, so standardly. He doesn't dress hip at all. Yet he has this need to rip into me and everyone else.
Ask him, he'd be like, I dress hipper than anyone.
Bro, I don't know if I like much that my dad wears, but I never tell him that. But for some reason, he feels like he has to tell me all the time that why I'm wearing socks.
I love it. That's
Classic dads, to be fair.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching this week. We'll be back
So wait, will we even do an episode next week?
Yeah. Wednesdays, I'm still good.
So we can do Wednesdays, okay.
Wednesdays is fine.
So you're going to have a few quiet Wednesdays.
I know, yeah.
What the fuck?
It'll basically be the same. I'll come out for a bit and then go home. Yeah, it'll have to be that. It is what it is. We'll have to deal.
Disgusting.
I disagree.
I know.
It is what it is. Nah, respect. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, man.
God bless. Papa bless. We'll see you later, guys. Thank you so much. That's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty synchronized. Goodbye. That looks so weird.